Right, Peter was telling you what to do and get people to your site. I'm hopefully going to tell you how to get them there in the first place. So, essential SEO tips for retailers. Does everybody know what SEO is? Just to start with. Yeah? Okay. Right, so Google has just said they can see around 13 billion results in their web index at the moment. And way back in about 2008, they said they'd seen over 1 trillion web pages online. That's a lot of zeros and it's a lot of content. And it's the job of search engine, of course, to crawl through all of this content and find the most relevant and the most useful pages for its visitors, its users, who are the people just like you who go to Google and type something in. And of course, if they don't do that job properly, what's going to happen? They're going to go somewhere else. They're going to go to Bing, they're going to go to Yahoo, or many of the other search engines that are out there now. So, here's the problem. There are billions of web pages out there. So, how do the search engines do this? You know, it's a huge problem. It's been likened to trying to find, a needle in a haystack. Apologies for the nasty graphic I put that in, so I thought it was funny. But, that kind of illustrates the point. You know, you've got this huge area to crawl through. It's not easy to find the information that you need. So, if you know what search engines are about, you know how they operate, you can take steps as a retailer to hopefully get your pages into the first page of results. At the moment, Google has around 120 ranking factors. It's a bit of a contentious issue. Some people say it's more, some people say it's less. Google's Matt Cutts recently said they had around 200. Most of us as SEO people don't believe it. So I'll move on to some of these ranking factors. This is the first one. Now this is all about getting keyword anchor text links from other websites into your website. The reason that actually works is because Google relies on these as an indication of trust and importance for a particular website. And what I mean by anchor text links, you've probably all seen this when you've been looking at websites on the web. You will see a series of words underlined in blue. Now that's actually a hyperlink. And what you need to do is get the keywords that you're trying to promote into these hyperlinks on other people's websites. And you can see we've used the example here, rock baby clothes. Here's a quick example. This is a forum page called babyandbump.com, and it's a forum about baby clothes and babies and prams and things like that. And we've had one of the forum users here saying, where can I find some rock baby clothes? I want some rock-inspired baby clothes, that I can't find anywhere else. Somebody else on the forum has been nice enough to see the content page that we've written for one of our clients, and they've cut that actual URL from the URL bar in the browser and pasted it into here. Now that for us is fantastic because we've actually got those keywords into this link without even trying. Somebody else has actually done this for us, which is the best way to get links. If you create good content, people will naturally link to it. And in fact, if you do enough of these links, then you can actually get your pages to rank #1 in Google quite easily, but you do need a lot of these links. Later on I'll tell you why that's probably a bad idea to go, just target this strategy. The second factor I'll come on to is, as I've just said, you need lots of these links. Now Google thought, several years ago now, hold on a minute, this can be manipulated, this can be gamed by other people. Because it used to be the fact that you could go to a particular website and get what we call site-wide links, that's links off every page in the website, and there are also link directories that you could go on and get thousands of links off the page into your website. Now, Google doesn't want that. Google sees a link as a vote of trust. And if you've got many different links off one page, then they don't really trust it. It seems spammy. So now Google only counts one link per page. So if we move on to the next ranking factor, get many links from many different websites. Now, it would be fantastic if you could go to the BBC website and things from there. I'm not suggesting for a moment that's going to happen with most people, but you can utilise things like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube to get these links, and many other directories and forums and blogs out there. The reason that's important is that Google sees, as I said, these links as votes of trust. If these links are coming from all over the web, then Google is much more likely to trust them, because it knows that real people are doing this. You're not just going out there yourselves and posting these links on yourself. So it's a trust issue. Try and get links from many different websites and, importantly, many different IP addresses around the planet. It's important to realise that, you know, say if you own 3 or 4 websites and you hosted them all on the same server, getting links from those websites into the one you're trying to promote won't really do you that much good. It's really important to get them from different IP addresses and different websites. This seems to be functioning on mind of itself. So trust really matters, you know. If you get these links from other places, then you're more likely to be trusted. And the next factor I'm going to talk about is things that you can actually do on your website. Has anybody heard of meta tags? Yeah, a few people. Yeah. The meta tags, there's maybe 3 that are in common use. There are many more that are not in common use, but Google decided quite a few years ago now that because a couple of these meta tags were being manipulated by spammers, that they would focus all of their efforts on the title tag. So we've got the title tag, the description tag, and the keywords tag. The keywords tag and the description tag have been kind of dropped. But the title tag is still really important in Google. And what you need to do is, if you get a phrase that you wish to target, get that into the title tag. Bear in mind that Google's only really interested in about the first 70 characters in the title tag. So it's important to get those keywords right to the front of that keyword screen. Here again is an example. This is the Rocky Horror site I was talking about. This particular page focuses on that term rock baby clothes I was talking about. And you can see outlined in red right at the top here, and apologies, the writing's very small, but we've got the phrase rock baby clothes right at the front of the title screen. And now on to the 5th factor I'm going to talk about. This is actually the page content, you know, the actual the content on the page. And it's very important to get the keywords that you're focusing on into that content. And you should place these keywords, if you at all can, and it's not always possible to do so, get that into the heading tag, what we call the H1 tag. It's the big heading right at the top of the page. And the first 100 words on the page, and about the last 50 on the page. Now, you might be thinking, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to do that? It's because when the Google search engine was originally written, the algorithms were put together, Google focused on indexing research papers, scientific research papers. And there's a particular format for a scientific research paper that's a unique informative title goes into a heading, and then you get a short synopsis of what the article's about, then the body of text, and then a summary at the bottom. Now, if you structure your pages like that, Google will favour them. It's not always, you know, really possible to do that, especially with article descriptions for your products. But if you do that for the keyword focus pages that you're trying to promote, this will actually do you a lot of good. Here's a quick example from the BBC website. Can you all see that? This particular page focuses on the term UK house prices and the Halifax Building Society. And if I just put that outlined in yellow there, I'm sorry you can't see this, the writing's very small, but you've got not only these keywords that the BBC was trying to promote, but you've also got link keywords, things like economic outlook, and the names of different banks, and economy, and things like that. So these are the target keywords that are trying to promote, but it's also important to write your content and get all of these linked terms in there. The reason that's important is because Google actually knows that these are linked terms. And if you try and cram too many keywords into there, on that particular keyword that you're focusing on, Google will just see that as spam. It doesn't want to see spam. It wants to see well-written articles in good English with good spelling. So if you follow the format of a BBC informational page, you're going to be doing the right thing. So, nice, unique, informative content. And don't worry about, as I said, the keyword density. Just keep it well written. Don't try and spam the keywords into the page. It's a really bad idea. And if you've got time, and I know this is really difficult, especially for busy retailers, and especially if you've got thousands of products, but really do try and write your own product description if you at all can.